Of the pure heart. Srila Goswami Maharaj. Knowledge and renunciation. Even jnana, knowledge, and vairagya, abnegation. Indifference, renunciation, are not a part of real devotion. Jnana vairagyati bhakti punahainanga. Vairagya means abnegation. Vairagya means to leave or still to give up, to become a renounced person. I don't want anything. This is the meaning. To have no taste for all these things. Of this world. For example, someone may be taking food only once a day, or even he may not be using any clothes. In all such matters, he is indifferent. Virag means indifference to everything in this world. So there is some yogis, maybe in Vrindavan, you can see such kind of yogis also. They are practicing this kind of yoga, vairagya. Indifference to everything in this world. But that also is not intrinsically a part of devotion. So they have renounced everything here. They do not have attraction to anything in this material world. And but that is also not intrinsically a part of devotion. So this is not, has nothing to do with devotion. It is just getting out of the circle of enjoy and repeated birth and death. And it is so with jnana, knowledge. Na jnanam naja vairagya prayaya shraya bhaveddiha. Srimad Bhagavatam, this is said about jnanis, those who are well learned. They learn the philosophical by the understanding or learning the shastras. They are called jnanis. Both jnana and vairaga, which are the real property of the jnani, and yogi schools are not a part of devotion. Then what to speak of other things? So also jnana, to study all the books that you are may understand what is Brahman. More high you cannot go with this. You can get out from this material, you feel no attraction anymore, but then you're in the Brahman, in a neutral state. But this has nothing to do with devotion. There is in Srimad Bhagavatam one shloka, Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayati Asyo Vairagyam Jnana Chayadahaitukam. An example is here in Vraja. Now we are living in the They are very simple persons here. I see a neighbor down there making buffalo stool, preparing it for heating in winter time, cooking. But many of them have understood their real purpose. They have understood that Radharani is everything. They are all surrendered to Radha Govinda, Radha Krishna. So they have not studied books, they are also not studying books. And they don't practice this heavy vairagya, means this austerity, giving up everything. It's just an external thing. But the heart can be still not there. It's in a Brahman. You can come to the neutral state. But there's no positive things. No relation to Krishna. So here it is told that real jnana and vairagya will come as the consequence of bhakti. So by practicing bhakti or devotion, all these things, you don't have to practice vairagya or study books. No, knowledge will come, understanding will come. If you understand Krishna, if you have a personal relation, automatically you will know everything. Everything can be known to us. And vairagya, this is not an artificial thing. Naturally, they give up all activities but are connected with our sense gratification. They give up, but not artificially. They are naturally they have no taste, because they have got some higher taste, spiritual, transcendental, what is beyond our existence where we are living now. They are the most sweet persons, most tolerant persons, real Brajavasi. As a result of devotion, the proper abnegation and proper knowledge will come otherwise. Through the empirical method, ordinary knowledge and ordinary apathy towards worldly things cannot create devotion proper. So devotion cannot be create devotion. This is something I just want to, mechanical thing. I want to renounce this. I want to become mystic or whatever. If you want to become a mystic in this world, you practice vairagya or jnana, yoga. Then you may understand the subtle things and you may influence many things. But this has nothing to do with devotion. You need the material world. You come again and again to practice and to enjoy this kind of power. So by self-abnegation, learning all these worldly things, I shall gradually attain bhakti. It is not so. By self-abnegation, learning all these worldly things, I shall gradually attain bhakti. But it is not so. Tad buddhaya sanjatarya bhaktya is the cause of bhakti. Devotion is its own cause. When I get devotion proper, the real vairagya, self-abnegation, and knowledge will come in its retinue. Naturally, that is normal. Otherwise, neither ordinary self-abnegation, the mood of tendency of renunciation, nor knowledge of the worldly matters can produce real devotion. So the knowledge of an... Is there any question or anything clear? Not clear. Could you follow? So the knowledge of astronomy, astrology, mathematics, all the great achievements of science, like those of Einstein, may be utilized to capture the ordinary people, who may then be introduced to pure devotion to Krishna. They are kind of bait, like laddu, sweet. By distributing the sweets, one may attract the person and then tell him who Lord Krishna is. The sweetest thing is Krishna. That is the line of anukulyasya sankalpa, favorable to the cause. This should not be misinterpreted to mean that we should try to acquire some special power, like the knowledge of hypnotism. And hypnotism, wherever will come, and then give them the mantra. That is all artificial. It is a misunderstanding. But to capture the mind of the other party with such attraction like astrology, and thereby defeat their mental pride, crush their vanity, and then to help them to come forward with surrender, so the true thing can be distributed to them. In this way, such knowledge may be utilized. Is it clear? I think it's a high topic.
Thin line in our house.
Huh?
It's a quite thin line in our house. Very fast and then
Yes, yes. It is it's not so easy. One student asked a question here. Very clear, Maharaj. I could understood, it seems. At least he says. There's something else I would like to ask. I have now passed 3 years in the sannyas ashram. So I want to ask, to pray to your divine grace for some instruction, some particular advice about sannyas life. Maharaj answered like this. Always keep association with the Vaishnava of the higher plane in order to keep yourself healthy. This is one very important one. We should always look for association with higher class devotees, higher sadhus. To supply yourself with vitality, whatever you do, whether it is preaching or any other service, it is to keep the vitality within you that can come from the association of the Dinamos, the Vaishnavas. That is the main idea, to keep your life intact. And then go on with work. Because if the vitality diminishes, then everything will go, it will be lost. So most important in the spiritual vitality, and its supply, and the source of that supply, the dynamo, is the Vaishnava. When the Vaishnava is absent, we can receive nourishment from the scripture, Gita, Bhagavatam, other books, and the writings of Gurudev. It's very important. I have seen this in the beginning when ISKCON in the late 70, when the Swami Maharaj disappeared from this planet. Then some 11 gurus came out, and nobody of them took shelter to the Vaishnavas. Nobody went to the senior Vaishnavas to get experience, to understand spiritual life. Because they were all enemies. They were thinking like this. Nowadays it is, unfortunately, it is not the devotion that we have experienced by associating with real pure devotees, like our Gurudev, like there are so many in the Bhaja also, all the senior Vaishnavas in God Brothers of Swami Maharaj, but very rarely they took association. Then even they make offense to them, some of them. So this student who asked the question, with this answer, he said, "I'm very satisfied hearing from your divine grace." Maharaj says, "I consider myself fortunate if I can render some service to you in this way." And the student shyly, No, I consider myself fortunate to sit at your feet. I cannot express my satisfaction." Then the Maharaj said, "So I think you are genuine, a sincere person. You have connection with that which is unlimited, of infinite character. That is your fortune." So this is a very important point. As a Vaishnava, we have to make connection with the infinite, means with the Supreme Lord, with pure sadhu, with our Gurudev. If we have no connection, it is very beginning state. So this is difficult. It is a good fortune. You have connection with that which is unlimited and of infinite character. So what is infinite? Krishna, Radharani, and all the associates of them, all those who have given their life for pleasing the Lord, Radharani. They are very fortunate. And the student asked another question. I would like to ask another question, if I may. In my country, I have contact with a very influential man. He is the president of a karate association and a very expert martial artist. He likes Krishna consciousness and wants to be a devotee. But he is not so much a Brahminical type. He likes the Kshatriya Dharma. Also, he is attracted to mystic powers, and apparently he has them. What is your divine grace view of these things? What instruction would you give in your mission about dealing with or accommodating them? Perhaps you could give some advice as to how I should introduce Krishna consciousness to this person. What would be your divine grace guidance in this case to help a person of such a nature? What would you give? In the Western countries, we are all shooters, lower than shooters. Even there are some devotees, some great souls appeared. Maharaj says, just as you have already asked regarding the learning of Jyotisha, astrology, so it may be in this case, it is of a very lower order to utilize physical strength to fulfill our purpose. Mahaprabhu did not accept that. When Srila Swami Maharaj smat in Mayapur, Sri Chandradaya Mandir was attacked by a party of Gundas. Gundas, you know? Gangster. Gundas. They attacked the temple, Mayapur temple, with weapons, you know, with, how I call this?
Guns.
Huh?
Gun.
Guns, yes, yeah. So in the beginning, he did not, Swami Maharaj did not oppose them with physical force. He was inside the building at the time, and he sent a kirtan party out. Go and offer yourself as they pray to those kundas, of those kundas. Those ruffians had come, entered the compound and created some disturbance. Swami Maharaj asked his devotees, go out and challenge them with kirtan. Without any weapons, go with the kirtan party and offer yourself as the prey of the kundas. By that, the danger subsided. So Mahaprabhu's weapon is passive resistance, not physical attack. Offensive for offensive. But to show a passive attitude is in order to conquer the offensive thing that will be better. That is the policy of Mahaprabhu. I read the book. They also done hoarded weapons, the devotees. For the next attack, they were thinking the Kundas were attacking, want to take over this place. They did not like the Westerners there. But this is, you must know, when somebody is coming on an aggressive way, we should just take the position of the negative, the opposite side. We should stay cool. We should not come fight back like this in an aggressive way. This is material world now. That's because all the wars and all this, what happened now. One can do it when one steps down and go in a humble way and then this will cool them down. Every fight we have with anyone in this world, it works like this. If you are, even in the mind, you will realize when we are aggressive, it will come, and then it will you will fight in your mind. But if you step down and just tolerate, you just see, you can see what the mind is telling, what is his disturbance. And when he sees that you are not fighting back, then he goes down also. You can, the whole atmosphere, the whole planet you can control like this. It's very powerful. But it's very difficult also. This is the problem. It's our problem. We know what to do and what not to do, but we are too weak. So we are slaves of the material nature, of the external plane. But when that is not possible, one in a lower stage of realization can take physical help for self-protection. And sometimes if you see that the deity or the Vaishnava is going to be prey to the rowdies, if they are being attacked or going to be demolished, then we are justified in using any measure to protect them. The stick or even the gun or any other weapon available to us. So devotee is not himself worried, but he has, by example, a responsibility for a temple, for the deities. Then he can even, when they are attacking, want to destroy it, then you can use also to defend Krishna. Not you. For yourself you should not worry. Krishna, this is a pastime of Krishna. Krishna is protecting his devotees always. But if Krishna is attacked, we should take action. We should fight against. But generally such measures we may not use for ourselves, for our own protection. We depend fully on Krishna. Rakshishi Atitya Vishasha. He will protect me, but in the case of Vaishnava, Guru, or the deity, we can assert causeless we can assert ourselves as far as possible, and with all our resources we will be ready to give our own life. If sincerity of purpose is there, then in extreme cases such use of physical force may be accepted. But it is in the question of realization, according to one's own realization. The proper adjustment is understanding and applying this principle. These principles will come. Anyway, we have not experienced these things, so very rarely. But also we have to protect, like our Radha Govinda in Vienna temple. There's so many bad people coming also. In our first temple, one madman came and took from the altar the Shalagrama Shila. And I knew him from before. And he took it away, and he put 2 stones or something like that. So, but I knew immediately who did these things. So he came a week later, and he was 30 and a madman. And I asked, you took the Shila, you give it back immediately, I asked. And he was humble, and he had shoes, and he has hid it in his shoes. Can you imagine? What offense. But he gave it back. So then the Shila worship continued. Now we have 70 Shilas, Shalagrams. We have about almost 10, 15 Giriraj. So we did not allow him. Krishna kicked him. He did not come anymore, and he went to mental hospital and all these things. But it's a heavy offense. For such a person, it's really tough. Is any question? Any comments? I have no idea what time it is.
33 minutes we have. We have 33 minutes.
33. Mother, you...
In previous times, when the Muslims attacked, there was many temples destroyed, and sometimes the deities were moved to some other place to hide them away also.
Yes. Happened also in Vrindavan. Many temples, Radha Govinda temple was destroyed by the Muslim, so they brought the deities to Jaipur. Now he is still the original deities are still there, and all the others were somewhere hidden. Here in Govardhan also was one deity, Krishna deity. They also hid it. They wanted to destroy everything. That is nature in this world. You know, this is ignorance. We cannot change these things. But we are trying, what we are doing is, we have no personal interest in this world. We are trying to just wake them up. Chief Jago, Chief Jago, Chief Jago. Guru Chandapuri. Wake up, wake up. Like when time's getting bad, now they are getting mad, all people. It's such madness. And after this, they will destroy so many things. Countries are destroyed. And afterwards, they will become more humble, more simple. And they will remember. And the devotees will also now can be soon come. That interest for Krishna consciousness is increasing. It is like a circle. It comes war, and then the people become humble. Then they are easier, they surrender, they become more simple-minded. Everything is destroyed. Become simple-minded. And then they take this Bhakti movement, Krishna consciousness, easily. Now the world they do not know how to enjoy. They getting this madness. When I compare this with my youth, you know, now there's no border, you know, unlimited. They want to enjoy. And they become machines. Become dependent on the yes, what they say, this is the truth. And mind becomes overburdened, you know. And they do not know anymore what is truth and what is reality and what is dream or what is illusion. It's a dangerous thing. When we look something, then we must always understand that is one opinion. It is the thousands opinion about one topic, you know. You can choose, but all of these opinions are useless because it is a material world. It is everything is temporary. There's nothing eternal. We want to understand where we are coming from. This question, nobody asks this question nowadays. What was something before I appeared in this world? Why I am here? What is the reason? Where I am going when I have to leave this world? Is everything finished? Is it all like a machine? Everything, it is a life. This body seems to be, we identify with this body and they think this is me. So, but where it comes from or what, produces, how to produce. This all thing we do not understand, really. There's no knowledge about these things. Many materialistic, they try to find, but this is is very limited. This is nothing. Real science about the living beings, they cannot, never understand. There's no university existing who is teaching the science of eternal life or spiritual life. And we think everything okay. I'm alive still, and it goes. Even I may suffer, get old. All of you will get old. And you have to leave. And then on the end you will be much disturbed. This illusion. We are not a member of this material world. We are a member of the Krishna's world. He created, He gave everything, and we can fulfill our desire. He arranged everything for us, but you cannot stay in His place because we create disturbance there. So He put us in this material plane. There we have to follow certain rules. Action and reaction is working here. This is a law in the material world. Even this law they do not accept. They do not accept. They say, yes, if you steal something, you will get in prison. If you kill something, you will go in prison. But it's not perfect because material nature, the laws of material nature, they are perfect. If you kill someone, the next lifetime you will be killed. And you cannot point on anyone else because it is your karma. You did it in past. Now you have to pay the price. We are not thinking like this. Also devotees sometimes very difficult accepting. It is reality. We have to, but we are now so attached to this mundane conception, so that we don't want to know what will happen after, where I am coming from, why I am here, what is the reason for all these things, how it is going on like this. No answer. In Western countries, they kill thousands of animals every day, not thousands, millions. They think they can do this without reaction. That's because everywhere is war. Everywhere they kill more and more animals, and they get born in animal body and they get killed also. Even if you say, I never killed animal, but I am eating them, you are also part of that. Action and reaction. We have to always be conscious. Whatever comes, never point on others. It is my past. So when I understand these things, then I can surrender to Krishna. I can say, my Lord, you please save me from this burden that again and again coming. Let me come, let me go home where you are staying. Now we are staying here in the most holy place in the universe almost. But what we have understood, shopping. There's Radharani here. This Radharani's place. But we have not the eyes to see. We have not learned. It is such a wonderful place. But we have not eyes to see it, what it really is. It is most sweet, most beautiful place. But if you see with these eyes, you may see so many wrong things. But if you see with the eye of the heart, then you will feel that Radharani is everywhere. Outside, inside, everywhere. Krishna is everywhere. And where Krishna is, there is Radharani. So we are created to please the source of everything. The source is Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vikrahanadi Adiya Govinda Savagarana Karanam. He says in the beginning, Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna, I am the first Param. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda. I am omniscient. I am Satchit, I am omniscient, I am eternal, and I am always feel ecstasy more and more, because he's creating from his creation, or what comes out from him, many tiny souls. Transcendental, spiritual souls. Krishna is right, it's pure spirit. And in the course of time, when we turn our head towards Krishna, we are meant for pleasing him. This is our original. Then we can become happy. If he is happy, then we are happy. But if we decide to turn away from him, then he created a world where we can do and act as we think, what we like for our satisfaction. But this is the material world, called the material world. Now we can do, we are free, but we have to also expected that for everything we have to pay the price. This is the law in this world. And he teaches us. Because if there would be no law, they would, they would unlimited suffering, you know. Low. So they follow some kind of laws, some try to not to follow, but they are suffering. And you will find everything in this material world. There are pure devotees coming here, and there are coming those who are many lifetimes try to become devotee, And there are some who are just experiencing the material world, and they have to go to all these things, all the kind of bodies they accept, and they will die. They will take birth again and continue, and they will get old and sick and die again. This is the circle. And if you can give me now an argument against it, if it's not logical, I would like to be defeated. No argument.
The scientists say you will soon find some medicine to prolong their life.
Yes. Then you can imagine you're 150 and you look like a can you imagine? No, this all, you see this, what they're doing now, special ladies, they're doing this beauty operations and all these things. They look like zombies, completely. This, and for what? If they would put their energy to become servant of Krishna, you know. I see here so beautiful the ladies who are sitting there and asking for money, old ladies. But they are so beautiful, I mean from their heart. There's no comparison. Or the children, you know. When I first came here in there, now you find also, here is also still not bad. But when they are playing and running, they are very simple, they are innocent, they are so happy. And nowadays in our countries, you know, you will rarely find our Balaram. When he's kirtan, then he's. But he likes also this mobile. He can sit for hours, I think. And he knows better than me how it works. He's 1.5 years old. 1.5, huh? It's a very dangerous thing, you know. But he's very fortunate if he can grow up in the temple. He's great soul. He's dancing already. You just told me today, hands up, running in kirtan. No. We are fortunate. We should not forget this is very rarely attained. But we get chance to get out from this circle. Anything more to say? Sorry. You speak something.
How to become a devotee?
Okay. By desire. When the desire is there, and my desire is, I have a very deep desire to become devotee, then Krishna will arrange everything. He knows everything. Yes, it's not an easy thing, yeah. But yeah, according to our desire, He will send someone, something to help us.
And when you send somebody or something to help us, so how we proceed? When Krishna sends to us somebody to help, so how we proceed?
To follow the rules and regulations as they are given in the Shastra. To follow the order of, if you have a Guru. In the mood of Trinadapi Sunijina, Tarodapi Sahishnana, Manina Manatena, Kirtaniya Sadhari. More tolerant and more humble than a blade of grass. We should be more tolerant than a tree. Tree is not protesting when you cut him, when you are cold or hot, not protest. And we should give respect all living beings. And we should not expect any respect for ourselves. This is difficult.
How should we respect mosquitoes here? They are also living beings.
Yes, yes. Now this body belongs to Krishna, so we have to care for the body. If you see like this, then it is another. It gets another. There will be no reaction. We protect Krishna's property, yes, whatever. When you see with these eyes, everything is connected with Krishna, everything. So, like here is easy, you know. When you see a cow, when you see the sadhus, you know, they are all just ordinary living beings in here in Vrindavan. They are very special. They should be envious of them. They should worship them. Even the monkeys, all of them. The tortoise, turtles, yeah, who are swimming in Shyam Kund and Radha Kund, you know. 24 hours take part in Krishna and Radharani's.
Good option for the next life. And we live long, not for only 80 years.
It is, don't see this as material beings. They are not, they may not identify themselves with I am a turtle or I am a man or I am a lady. In the spiritual life we may, whatever is our nature. In this form we can please the Lord. Hare Krishna. Chaitanya. We can stop here. Jai Srila Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai.